This guy gave me $25,000 to move to Atlanta, and as you can see, I'm not in the islands no more. Welcome to the Grim Art Show. Well, I don't know if I decided if I wanted to be named that. I'm not sure yet. But I got paid $25K. This guy gave me $25,000 to move to Atlanta. And as you can see, I'm not in the islands no more. I'm in Atlanta. Follow me, subscribe to see how it's going so far. And this is Flash. He's a good guy. Alrighty, more on how it's going. Alright, so don't expect wait, am I in the frame? Do not expect any kind of fancy kind of YouTube channel. I'm not no kind of editor, none of that. I'm an artist. However, I'm trying to be a little bit more personal, you know what I'm saying, so people can know what's up. Now it is 1:25 and I just made nuggets. Oh yeah, I was supposed to introduce who I am. I'm Grim. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I'm Grim. Maybe I shouldn't eat for this. Hold on. Man, I know I said I wasn't gonna eat for this, but a bitch hungry. Shit. It's gonna have to be like a mukbang or like, you know, something. So I already told y'all not getting no fancy YouTube channel or nothing like that. This is just who I am. So yeah, like I was telling you, I got paid by a really great investor, really good art collector, $25,000 to move to Atlanta. And I'm here now. And it's going pretty good. I brought my turtle. A lot of people have been asking me how it's going and how I am. I'm doing great. I'm doing fine. And a lot of artists is out there asking me, just how the hell did I make this even happen? It's no one answer. So I realized, like, when I think about this, I gotta like go down into a wormhole of like who Grim is for real, you know what I'm saying? You know what, maybe I really shouldn't eat for this, because honestly, I'm a person that I really like to sit and I like to watch shows and like eat, so no offense, I think I'm gonna eat and like watch a show real quick, and then I'm gonna come back and film this. Alright, how's it going so far? It's going great. Alright, so every day is a fucking challenge, right? Cause now I got like the biggest fucking weight over my head, or it feels like it, because now I got $25K for my art career, and this is exactly what I wanted. You always get so scared when you get exactly what you wanted, right? People, let me not even say people, artists. A lot of artists out there ask me, how the hell did I get the opportunity for someone to really take $25,000 of their own money and invest into my art career? Well, shit. It's no straight answer. Let's dig into the hole of Grim, shall we? Subscribe, comment, you know what I'm saying? And then each episode will be like a layer onto my life for you guys knowing who I am. I feel like I don't show who I am a lot, and it's time to know who the freak I am. I'm trying to work on not cursing. So let me track back to I'll get into where I'm from and stuff some other episode. But this is the basis of how the hell I got to Atlanta. I quit my job in 2023. Right? I had a bunch of different jobs. I was working at AutoZone. I was a sales manager there. Then I switched to Safelite. I used to work at Amazon. You know, delivering to apartment buildings. They suck. Bro, modern day slavery. So, but all the while I'm always doing my art. And if I'm being real with myself, I got sick and tired of being at a job and all I'm doing is thinking about the next piece that I'm gonna be drawing or painting, or like I'm on my iPad and I'm literally like fighting for my own like sanity. Managers telling me like, oh, you know, you can't be on your iPad, and I'm just like, well, I'm on break, or you know, stuff like that. Like, either way, I'm not putting away my fucking iPad. You know what I'm saying? The end of 2023, actually, let me show you guys. I don't know if you guys can see, but this was my room. This was my room in Florida, right? It was like a little box-ish of a fucking back room. I was going to school online, and I needed in-state tuition, so I moved from the islands. You know, I was just painting out the back room. You know, I was doing strange shit. To be an artist, you gotta do strange shit. Just do shit. I said I was gonna stop cursing. Just do stuff. Go out there and do things. I would paint, and then I just Googled like art places around, or like art galleries around, and I would go there and just ask them like, hey, can I feature my art there? They'll tell me no, and I'll say okay, and then I'll go outside and I'll set up my easel, and then I start just doing something live in front of their gallery. No disrespect, but it's just like, you don't want me in your show, I gonna make my own show. I think I got that from my mom. I don't know what you might call it. I quit my job. I was working at Safelite when I quit. Shout out to them boys at Safelite, man. Got my headset on, my iPad. Hello, welcome to Safelite. A lot of people I did not do anything for. So sorry. Too busy doodling. I quit my job at Safelite. Decided like, yo, fuck it. I'm gonna throw my first solo art exhibition. But I don't want to do it in Florida. In Tortola. That's where my parents are. It was rough, man. While I was planning that exhibition, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was just selling anything I could. Like, I used to do these cutouts. I don't know if y'all can see, like, these wooden cutouts, right? And I would just, like, go to barbershops, go to hair stores or some shit, and sell them for, like, $10, $20, $40. Whatever the hell I could go, right? But I always start high. Like, I'll go in there, go into the barbershop, you know what I'm saying, and tell them it's $100. Niggas say they ain't got $100. I say it's 50. Niggas say they ain't got 50. I say it's 20. Niggas settle on 20 and give me 20, and I'll take 20. And if you ain't got no money for me, and I really just want my art out there because I signed it and I put my Instagram and everything on there, and I know for a fact I'm not making this shit to be in my fucking boxy ass room. So I just used to give shit away, like, and that was like on a daily basis. People thought that I was fucking insane. I'm spending hours a day painting and cutting out all these characters and stuff. And what am I doing with them? I'm giving them to, like, you know, poppies and barbershop chairs and like fucking salons and like people that are just on the street and stuff. You know, but I think the whole concept of art is to get your art out there. It's not necessarily for the money. It's so people could see your name and see that that shit is associated with the beauty of it, of the creation. Took the risk, and I went back home to do my first solo art exhibition. It was called Who's Behind the Mask. And I named it Who's Behind the Mask because I got tired of my own shit. My own shit. I got tired of lying to myself. I got tired. It's a rhetorical question for myself because I always knew who was behind the mask. It was fucking me, duh. And everyone saw it except myself. So I named my first expo Who's Behind the Mask. And that first expo that I did in Tortola, BVI, located on the rocks at the Pier Park, I had no prices for my art. I prepared for months for this expo, and again, people thought that I was fucking insane, right? I had no price tag. I didn't put no price tag on nothing. I just put the art out there, and if you want it, and you look at it, and you liked it, and you thought that, hey, it had some kind of value, You tell me that it's worth to you. But I told him straight up, don't disrespect me. Just, you know what I'm saying? Don't disrespect me. Tell me what you think it's worth. And that's how I sold every single piece. Any owner of those first pieces, y'all are some OGs, and y'all got some real stocks for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm stealing all them art pieces back and reselling them to you for double the price. No, yes. But, so I did that, and people thought I was crazy, but again, it's not about the money, it's about getting your art out there. And the fact that people was able to choose their own price tags for my art and my creations, I feel like it resonated with them a lot. That was it. Bro, after that, it took off. Like, people, like, really loved. I felt the love after that first expo. I ended up landing a resident artist job at the Attic. Shout out to Ronan. Like, once I got that job, I was like, damn, I'm getting paid to be an artist more than I was getting paid at my 9 to 5 in Florida. I was like, that's when it started to, like, click that it could be a reality to me, that, like, things could happen for real. And I do that for about maybe, like, I want to say a year. But on the side, I'm making commissions with other people. You know, I'm building my clientele, my portfolio. And I'm not perfect. I'm still trying to build my portfolio and, like, this business aspect of art. I don't got this shit figured out. I don't. Quite frankly. Yeah, from then on, my name started to get pushed out, and I started to, like, really apply my work ethic. One day, I think maybe a year and a half later, no, I'm lying. Maybe like a year later, right? I'm on this shit house. I am scrolling and I see this art gallery in St. Thomas. Now, anyone who's familiar with the Virgin Islands know that it's a chain of islands. But if you're in the BVI, St. Thomas is like maybe like an hour away by the ferry, by water, by boat. You know, you could go over to St. Thomas. So, like, I seen this gallery called 81C on Instagram. And I contact the owner, Zach Zook. Shout out to my boy Zach. Very good friend of mine till this day. Seems like all my genius ideas come when I'm on the shit house, right? Maybe all of ours do. Meditation. Meditation house. Meditation shit house. Shit house. I hit Zach up, and I'm just like, yo, man, at this point in time, I've never been to St. Thomas as in, like, an extensive period of time. I only go to St. Thomas to pass through there, like when I go into the States or when I'm going back to the BVI. It's a passing port for me. I don't stay there. So I hit up Zach and I tell him I'm an artist, my intentions, my goals, what I want for myself. You know, we set up a call and we talked for about an hour. You know what I'm saying? And he seen some of my art and he said, yo, let's set up a show for you. I stayed over there for my show. I ended up selling a piece to Derek Jeter's stepbrother. Yeah, shout out Con Davis, that's my boy now. A Basquiat, it's a Basquiat inspired piece with a little boy with praying hands that I did. Undisclosed amount to him. And, you know, again, when you got faith, Matthew chapter 9:29, with your faith it will happen. I really do stand by that verse. Took off. You know what I'm saying? I end up being in a newspaper as well, thanks to Zach too. It's like a lot of people saw me from there. And one of the pivotal parts that happened, and this is why I tell people, I can't tell you how I did it. I could just tell you the risks that I took and the dots that got connected, right? So if I never did that show with Zach, then a woman named Johanny Taylor would have never seen my work. She ended up going in 81C, and I wasn't there. I wasn't on island at the time. I left before my show ended. She went in there and she saw my art, and she reached out to me on Instagram, and she called me like at 12 a.m. that night, like 12 midnight, and we had like a talk. We were on the phone for like an hour again. Yo, This woman is like my art sensei right now. Shout out Johanny. That's my angel. And literally she said, yo, I'm planning a show in St. Thomas, and it's only gonna be like a limited amount of artists. You're the first artist that I called. I want you to be one of the artists. I said, let's go. And that was like, I only had a preparation of, I think she moves fast. She moves fast. We're so alike. We're so fucking alike. That's why we get along. And she moves fast. So I only had a preparation, I think, of like a week and a half. Cause she really like belt to ass with that show. She really did. And it was an amazing turnout. JT, bro, crazy. And at that art show that she hosted, there's only like 7 artists or something like that, a very small amount. You know, it's very intimate. A guy named Chad Dutler. Shout out to my boy Chad, bro. Chad, which is a great friend of Johanny's. He bought a painting, a piece from me for another undisclosed amount, but he bought it, and that shit changed my life. At that point, I'm a full-time artist, you know what I'm saying? I've already suffered abuse, I've suffered homelessness, I've literally, like, I'm a gutter baby, gutter island baby, for real, right? And at this point, I never really witnessed in my career that I chose to be an artist full-time, that somebody could just be like, oh, what's this piece? What's the number? Oh, that's what you want for it? What's your PayPal? Send. I've never witnessed that. It didn't matter what price I said to him. He looked at it and he wanted it. When he did that, that changed my mentality of thinking how far I could have gone with myself and the things that I'm really trying to do. I said, wait, Tia, but you could really do this. And I have something such, what they call it, imposter syndrome. I have something called, I have that shit. I have that shit bad. I will break my back and I will hustle belt to ass with everything. And then when I reap the rewards, I feel like I didn't do nothing to deserve it. I don't know where the fuck that come from, but that dup, you need to leave. So after that show, I'm not gonna lie, I kept, you know, in touch with Chad and Johanny. Both of them kind of like became mentors in a way, especially Joe. This is a time elapse of maybe like a year already, right? Or maybe like a good half a year that we've already done the show. And I had an epiphany. I literally switched fucking courses. Cause I went to school for criminology. Nothing to do with art. Right? But the things that we do in self-doubt, motherfucker. So, I completely switched self-courses. Cause you know what I'm saying, everybody's telling me like, Tia, like, yeah, art is great, but it's like, it's no career, blah, blah. You make a little $5 grand here, $7 grand here, that shit not gonna sustain. So it's like, I start thinking these motherfuckers is right. And they're not. So, guess what I did? I used my degree, which is in criminology, and Tia lets him join the police academy. Can you imagine that shit? A motherfucker like me in the police academy? Bro, when I tell you this shit was like, basically like, you training for World War II. I don't know who the hell they were training, fucking G.I. Joe mother skunt, but ain't me. But I end up getting kicked out of the police academy for very minuscule shit. Very minuscule. Yeah, so boom, shout out to them though, because when they kicked me out, when they kicked me out, belt to ass, nigga, belt to ass, nigga, belt to ass, nigga. What the fuck are you doing, Tia? You're not even a police. What the fuck? What are you gonna tell these people? You're gonna see somebody that's smoking weed. Bitch, you be smoking weed too. So boom, when they kicked me out, belt to ass with my art. I'm like, yo, Tia, look at your angels around you. I'm very, very spiritual. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. You know what I'm saying? I believe in a higher power. I believe in the creator. I believe that we are meant to create. I believe that I am only worthy of life because I am meant to wake up every fucking day and create. Right? The creator told me, Tia, you have an angel. And I was like, yo, Tia, sometimes you gotta read beneath the lines. It ain't about what just happened. It's about why it happened. So I reached out to Chad and I was like, yo, very professional, I'm very professional. Even though we boys, we cool, we hang, we girls, I'm professional. So I hit him up and I was like, hey, you know, my circumstances are not the best. You know my work ethic, XYZ, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking at relocation for my career. And I want to take it in a different direction and a different height and momentum in the next year. Can you help with that? He said, yeah. I mean, it's you. And like, I've been buying your pieces for a minute and I love your style. I love your energy. I love what you stand for. It's you. But he said it gotta make sense. I said, okay. I said I could write a business proposal. That's your best friend, artist. Always structure yourself. So I was in English honors since I was in like 11th grade, for real, for real. I love reading. I love, like I told you, my major is criminology. I read a lot. I type a lot. So you have to structure yourself. Your proposals is your friend. Building your worth, building who you are, building what you could do, and then not only that, but showing them. My grandmother always used to say, keep your ass quiet. And when I got older, I realized what that meant. Let your work ethic literally speak for you. Don't say nothing. And that way, when you do have to say something, people are not, it's not like when somebody cry wolf. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't ask often. You don't ask at all. I don't ask at all. You know what I'm saying? So when he saw that and he saw what I was doing behind it, dude was like, yeah. I wrote the proposal. I sent it to him. He read it. He was like, bruh. And then booyah, I'm here. And booyah. And no. This is not like a fairy tale, motherfucker. This is belt to ass season. This is belt to ass season. This is actually when the fucking work begins. I thought that the work was before when a bitch was broke. Nah, the fucking work begins when you have to sustain where you never want to go back to. I'm not going back to that box. I'm not going back to selling shit out my car. I'm not going back to being fucking homeless. I'm not going back to somebody else having dominion over me. Bro, I'm here. So that's why I got a belt to ass, and nobody gonna fucking take that shit away from me. Because sometimes the people who never knew what it was like to be without are the people don't realize how dire the situation it is to not go fucking back. And I'm not going back to the strip club. Shout out Buffalo, because I did strip there. One time I did. And that's for another episode. Y'all will never know who I was. It's the Grim Art Show. I want to end this vlog by saying, don't mind the skincare. It's a honey face mask. Everyone's journey is their own journey. Don't think that your journey is supposed to look like someone else's. You know? Means am I telling you guys to go quit your job tomorrow? Because I always believe in having something as a backup. You know, as I told you guys, I went to school, I have degrees, so I still put in applications. I'm gonna be real with y'all. And I'm just taking you guys along my journey. And honestly, even while I'm going about my journey, my anxiety sometimes be telling me, my anxiety sometimes be making me feel like things is not gonna work out, you know? even while I'm going through it. Being an entrepreneur is literally having faith. It's like a spiritual journey for real. But what I would say is, don't be afraid to take risk. I think that's exactly why I am doing my vlog, because it's like the risk I've been taking. Sometimes I could tell you what I did, or I can show you. Subscribe and follow along my journey thus far. And this is how I got great skin. Everybody be asking me, oh, how you got great skin? Because I look like this behind the scenes. That's how.